Let's win more listings. Listings have always been the name of the game. They always will be. And especially in today's highly competitive seller's market. As a realtor, you want to be as prepared as possible before you walk in the door for a listing appointment. And one of the things you really want to know is, what does the seller think their house is worth before you get there? So how do you manage that? Well, it's a pretty easy answer. You ask them. But how do you ask them? And when do you ask them? And if you ask them, what do you do when they say, well, I don't know what to price my house at. That's why I'm having you over. So here's a quick piece about how to best prepare to go into a listing appointment with the understanding of what they think the house is worth. When you set the listing appointment, generally over the phone, continue to ask a series of questions. Now, if you've been to a Floyd Wickman class, you've got the list of questions that make it a system and easy. And as you ask these questions, one of the early questions will be, and what do you think your house is worth in today's market? 30% of the population will give you their answer. And if they do, well, then you've got that answer. You're all set. But again, a good many are going to say, I don't know what to price it at. That's why I'm having you over to the house. So what do you think? And you'll let them know, of course, I'll be doing all of my market research before I show up. I just wanted to know if you had an idea for yourself. Continue to ask more questions then. You're continuing to find information out that's going to be really important in serving them through the entire sales process. They're happy to give you this information. And a little bit into it, you'll ask a similar question, but in a different way. Ask what they've seen their neighbors selling for. Hey, have you been paying attention to what other houses like yours have been going for recently? Another 30% of the population will have an answer to this. Oh yeah, my neighbor's house went for about $300, I think. Okay, do you think your house is similar? Maybe better? What do you think for pricing? And it will be an organic conversation to get you that answer. Now, if they still don't have an answer that second time around, not a problem. You still have more questions to ask. And you will continue by asking questions like, after the house sells, where are you moving to? What price range are you looking in? Will you be using the proceeds from this sale to make that next purchase? Do you have a mortgage currently on your property? What's the balance? Do you have a second mortgage or any other loans or liens against the property? First, let me say, asking these questions does not make you nosy, does not make you manipulative in their eyes at all. Asking those questions shows that you're a professional who knows it's important to have this information to serve them well. You can ask them with calm confidence. And when they tell you simply the details, we've got a mortgage, this is how much is left, we expect to buy in this price range, then you can do the math backwards. They would have to sell at this price to pay off that mortgage and have that remainder to move forward in their next purchase. Those are 3 different ways to get to the idea of what they think their house is worth. Now, you have not asked them what you think your house is worth, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, because you want to know for pricing it. You're the expert for pricing. They really are coming to you for that information. But it is key that you have an idea of how congruent they are with the current market or how far off they are with the current market, because you'll likely have just one time to help them price well in order to win the listing. Let's win more listings. Believing in you and cheering for your success.